Great timing on this video. Been having a faith crisis and almost jumped ship to Orthodoxy. I get a lot of people who say this, and I've actually known quite a few people who go from Catholicism to traditional Protestantism or Orthodoxy and then back to Catholicism. The lack of doctrinal clarity in your ordinary parish setting makes everything gray and confusing today. What I hate is that these kinds of comments are almost inevitably going to be met with people who say, "Don't leave Jesus for Judas." But I don't think that's the right thing to say. When someone says something like this and admits that he is struggling, it's oftentimes because he didn't receive what the Catholic Church apologists promised to him. And instead what he got was a weak parish life, bad doctrinal formation, or non-stop scandals. Guilt-tripping these people is probably not what they need. Now, what keeps me from constantly jumping ship is this. I think that the Catholic Church can meet or best any of the Protestant or Orthodox positions or objections. I actually think it's one of the strongest positions. I certainly don't think that the Orthodox and Protestants can be said to have an overwhelming advantage, and I think those who are on the fence and struggling would agree with that. For this, I think we have to take a step back and ask, well, what does the Catholic Church give us? And for this, I think we have to look beyond and deeper than simply saying, well, if I'm not in the Catholic Church, I'm going to go to hell. I think we need to look at the fundamental cause, something that's right in front of us. The church offers you a number of tools to transform your life and grow in union with God. And the most prominent way that this is done is through Western spirituality. And Western spirituality is a number of practices. It's the daily rosary, it's daily meditation, using our imagination in prayer, the daily examen, adoration, doing holy hours, going and praying the divine office in common. These are the tools that we use to grow in the spiritual life. And the question is, are we using them? Have we been using them? Now the problem is many, if not most, of these traditions and tools to grow in the spiritual life have been obscured in the average parish life. You just can't find them. Now the solution to this, the one that I've found and the one that I use, is I go to a traditional church with the traditional Latin Mass, and I find that oftentimes those traditional devotions are attached to those kinds of parishes. Until we've gotten to the point that we can say we've used all of the tools at our disposal, we've put in the work, and it still isn't doing anything for me, well, then I think it's time to panic. So I think one of the big problems is viewing the church as this legal entity that is hanging hell over our heads, when instead I think we need to see it as the church has the tools, and we need to put the work in to grow closer to God.